races down the right side. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. And now onto the field comes the Jags offense. They'll go for two. Vick now after the fumble recovery. Flushed out right. And make him 4 for 4 now on two-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the two-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for two. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Richardson looking to throw this. Firing. And the ball is knocked out. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And it'll come back to the... And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And the Jags grab it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Following the fumble recovery, Vick, he's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Michael Vick, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take it. So they called it a touchdown originally. This will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Vick. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Michael Vick. And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Coup able to connect on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And this announcer kind of speechless. Cannot explain what just happened there. Utter lunacy. He ran the wrong way the length of the field and gave up a safety. I'm not even going to try to unpack that one.
Good move. Let's just leave that one alone, shall we?
Cat's got our tongue here in the booth. Oh, some strong running.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
Vick. And, oh, what a catch. This will be the final play of the half. Vick. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. 5 touchdown passes now for Michael Vick. And the Jaguars would extend their lead here just before halftime. A final shot before break. Vick, that's caught. And he will get into the end zone. So a perfect finish to the half. They get the touchdown on the final. Getting through the break at record pace and right back to football. Third quarter, here we go. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you just have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Richardson looking to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. On is the Chargers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Now Hill to return it. And a pretty poor return as he will dive to the ground to give himself up. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Johnson taking it in. And the Jaguars just continue to roll. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Calvin Johnson, touchdown. Calvin Johnson, 94 yards. And the Jaguars have got it on cruise control. Doug Peterson says let's go for 2 here. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And he returns this to the 22. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Jags grab it. And they have possession. And they have it at the 38-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machine.
It got his man, complete. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Johnson, 38 yards. And the Jaguars get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Luke Musgrave from 17 yards out. And the Jags are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Escaping the pressure right. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this has been a tough one for him, Charles. They've struggled really. And he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. There he goes right side. And he brings this